Hey everyone. So, alright, so there's been some crazy weather in Tokyo for the past, I don't know, 2 months or so, but particularly for the past, say, 3 or 4 weeks. It's been unnaturally hot, and it kind of got me thinking about weather today, because I was talking to my boss at work, and he was saying, and by the way, he's Japanese and everything, and he was saying, you know, checking the Japanese websites and the meteorological websites, and I don't know exactly what, but there's some official websites that he was checking, so the official weather forecasts and such, saying that first he said yes, the heat that's about 35-ish, 32 to 35 degrees Celsius is going to be going until the end of September. Well, here it is September 22nd, and it's still pretty hot. A couple times we've had typhoons, kind of near misses, so we've gotten some rain, and so when it rains the temperature goes down, but we haven't actually had a cooling, because as soon as the storms go away the temperature goes right back up. So he's been pretty spot on, and it got me thinking about something else, because he said something else today that I thought was really interesting. I guess September, even though it's not part of the official rainy season in Japan, is actually the wettest month of the year, September. And I wonder if that's because usually there's typhoons, and typhoons bring heavy rain and thunderstorms, which is great, by the way. Being from Michigan, I miss having thunderstorms here because it rains but there's no storms. So when typhoons come around we do get actual thunderstorms. Really exciting. But there is a whole bunch of rain in September, although not this year. A whole bunch of rain in September, and I wonder if it's honestly because of these storms that come in. And I got to thinking, okay, but rainy season is supposed to be in June, for the month of June. I know it's kind of weird to say that the season is constrained by this time exactly, but that's just how it's decided here. So in the month of June, there's a lot of rain, but maybe the volume's not very high. I don't really understand exactly where this concept of rainy season comes from, because at least right now, June is really dry. July there's some rain, and in September we get a few heavy rainstorms, but certainly nothing that looks even remotely like a typhoon. So this is now my, fourth summer in Japan, and so far nothing. Haven't seen much of a rainy season. I mean, some rain, but not, lots of rain. I haven't really seen any typhoons. I'm really disappointed about this, actually. I'd really love to see a typhoon. Again, I was saying at work when I was talking to my boss, I said, I want to see, as bad as it probably would be, I kind of want to see that catastrophic rain. And now that I say it that way, maybe I really don't want to see it, but I really do want to see really heavy rains that are so strong that, you start seeing flooding, or at least a little bit, in the subways, and the subways stop, and the trains stop, and everything's at a standstill. Yeah. I really want to know if this could happen. I mean, I've heard of it, but nothing I've seen comes even close to that. So, I suppose I should probably do some internet research, see if I can find videos of really heavy rainstorms in Tokyo, but I don't see it. And again, in retrospect, it's pretty dangerous, so I don't know if I want to experience it, but something in me says I want to experience extreme weather. In Michigan, the most extreme weather we have is an ice storm. That, well, in my opinion, because you get this freezing rain at night, or in the evening or something, and it freezes to everything. So your trees, your sidewalks, everything get coated in this pretty good layer of ice. Now, ice is really slippery, and it's pretty dangerous, but that's not the most dangerous part. The hardest thing is about all of, well, the worst thing about it is everything's coated in ice, so like it's really heavy. So you get trees that start busting open, and you get, things collapsing and falling down under the weight of the ice, and that's the most dangerous part. So it's not immediately dangerous, but kind of the next day. And that's the most extreme thing we have in Michigan, in my opinion. But here in Tokyo, I have this potential for crazy rains and winds to some extent. The concept of a hurricane basically, is thrilling and scary at the same time. But anyhow, I digress. Another thing I've thought about many, many times, because as a teacher, I've thought about how do I teach this, especially because my job currently revolves around little kids. While I'm not technically a teacher, I do teach sometimes. And I do have to think about also what to tell the teachers that I work with. So, Japan boasts not 4, but 5 seasons. This is something that kind of I find difficult to wrap my brain around, because in my opinion a season should be, well, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it, because I start defining it and it's going to get all over the place. But basically you have your spring, and they start with spring always, because the school year, the financial year, everything seems to start April 1st. Which, yay for me, April 2nd is my birthday. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really mean anything. But spring. Then you have your rainy season, and this is where that 5th season comes in. Like I said, 1 month, the month of June. Okay. And then summer is another 2 months. Fall is 3, winter is 3. So they're considered to be 3 months each, with rainy season kind of cutting out 1 month of the summer. I disagree that rainy season is its own season, but in some areas where they don't have winter and the temperature stays mostly the same, well, it would kind of make sense then to define your seasons as the dry season and the wet season, so dry season and rainy season or something like that. But somewhere like Japan, it doesn't really make much sense to me. And on top of that, well, winter, in Tokyo at least, there's no snow. I guess once upon a time there used to be snow, but now there's so many people, it's just more rain. That's not very interesting. And I do miss the snow. I kind of wish I could travel somewhere snowy in the winter, but I'm really afraid to travel during my travel periods when I have to get back to work. I'm afraid to get stuck somewhere and not be able to make it back to work. So I don't like to travel to snowy places in the winter. Yeah. But, you know, I think I'm probably going to go to Okinawa instead, so I get to experience tropical for the first time in my life. When I do get to that, I'll make videos and upload then. Until then, I'm curious what everybody thinks about weather patterns. Is rainy season a season in the context of Japan? Of course, other places I would say it's definitely a season. But is it a season in Japan where it's kind of carved out of the summer? Or should it count because it's different? Although right now in practice it's not. Historically it has been. Should that be considered a season? And what are some of the extreme weather situations you have in your area? Of course, we have snowstorms in Michigan, and there are typhoons in Japan, and there are hurricanes, but I don't know a lot about some of the more regional types of weather. Just having not experienced it, I've lived in Michigan most of my life, and now I've been in Japan for a few years, so I don't really know much about other places, so I don't know anything about, say, deserts or tropical areas or anything like that. Anything that you can tell me about would be really, really cool. Again, I love to learn, and I'm just curious other people's opinions on this weather stuff. Has anybody else been experiencing really weird weather? And, as another thought, do you think this is related to global warming, and if so, how? I personally hate these weather changes right now because it's really unusually hot. Our fall, our autumn is gone. It's suddenly going to be winter, I think, and that's going to suck because I don't have my winter coat. I left it in Michigan when I went to visit in April. And yeah, I don't like it because I have to go into the office and I'm all sweaty when I get there. Not cool. So, do you think it's global warming? What are your weather conditions like where you are? Tell me some extreme weather, and what is up with rainy season? So, I look forward to hearing what you think, and see you guys soon. Cheers!